have called this principle by which each slight variation, if useful, is preserved by the term natural selection. Hello, my name is Charles Darwin. My both mother and father's families were Unitarian. However, my father, Robert Darwin, was a free thinker who felt for a strong need of enlightenment. Therefore, he baptized me in Anglican Church. Greatly influenced by my father, I am very daring and imaginative. I was fond of biology since I was young. I read all books on geology and biology that was in hand. Thus, I collected plant and animal specimens, including fossils. After receiving the degree in 1931, as an unpaid naturalist, I got on to HMS Beagle, a surveying ship, and headed towards South American and Australian waters. I was trying to solve the initial point of all living creatures. Which animal did Pika Pika originate from? Did all the animals originate from one or many species? My first main point of philosophy is evolution. Evolution is the change in inherited traits or characteristics of a population of organisms from one generation to the next. Every evolution of species improves its adaptability in nature. However, the process of evolution is extremely gradual. It takes thousands to million years. Evolution has three processes: variation, reproduction, and selection. Variation is caused by the diversity in phenotypes. Its genotype and the environment it has lived in influences phenotype. Variation results from the mutations in genetic material, migration between populations, and the new combination of cells resulting from sexual reproduction. The most successful genes in the competition would be passed down to the next generation. The slight changes in their genes are what form a strong new combination of cells, which eventually helps a species to become a better adapter in nature. The extinct species are creatures that fail to develop better genes which would help them from the competition. To survive from the competition, plants produce more than enough offsprings. A fresh-born offspring happens to face numerous kinds of ferocious dangers. A solution to such a high death rate was to produce superfluous offspring for the species' survival. My second philosophy is natural selection. Natural selection is considered as the crucial part of evolution. It is the reproduction of genotypes which successfully heritable traits become more effective and unfavorable heritable traits becoming less popular for a better type of species to survive in the nature. The more dominant and larger group will have a higher chance of success since more variety of character is allowed. Therefore, the dominant group will remain unchanged, outrunning the less dominant species, which will eventually lead the latter into extinction. My third philosophy is speciation. Speciation is a process of single organism branching out and forming most of the organisms living today. Allopatric, peripatric, parapatric, and sympatric are the four modes in the speciation. The modes are mostly speciated according to their geographical isolation. Believe it or not, humans also went through a prolonged evolution to reach this present stage. On top of that, startlingly, the embryos of human, dog, fish, bird turned out to have similar biological structures. The resemblance reflects the fact of all organisms having to descend from an unlike single organism.